The way you're learning right now is probably broken. Online courses are outdated before you finish them. Podcasts waste half of your time on ads and rambling, and audiobooks were written 2 years ago about a world that no longer exists. I rebuilt my entire learning system from scratch, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how it works. Think about it. When was the last course you took actually written? In fast-moving fields like marketing or AI, you're often learning yesterday's best practices. But what if your learning content was generated fresh every single week, always current, personalized to your level? And here's the key. It builds into a searchable knowledge base that gets smarter the longer you use it. That's exactly what I've built. Let me show you the system. The system uses 4 tools: Google Tasks for the habit trigger, Feedly for curated news, Gemini Deep Research for skill-building content, and NotebookLM for turning everything into listenable podcasts. The whole setup takes 15 to 20 minutes per week maximum, and then you have literally hours of personalized content to listen to. Before you touch any tool, you need clarity on what you actually want to learn. For me, it's 3 areas: digital marketing and AI, technology, and science. But it all starts with setting up a recurring task for your learning so that you remember to feed your new learning system. For that, I use Google Tasks, where I have created a recurring task. Over here we see just an example: AI learning ritual. That would take around 15 minutes to complete. And then you would select date and time. And let's say that you want to do it every Friday, and you set it up as a repeatable task. So you do it, repeats every week. On Friday, you can set a specific time, let's say 10 a.m., and then you click on Done. Next up, we have Feedly, where you curate exactly what goes into your brain. The first thing is to just sign up for Feedly, which is completely free, and set up separate feeds for each interest area. For each feed, you add different publications that interest you, from which you will be gathering this information that we'll then use for our audio overviews. And here is where the magic happens. You basically grab the articles from the last week. Let's say that we want to grab everything from up to 10 days ago, and you just select it and you copy it. But then the real magic is that it won't just copy the headline itself. Also on Feedly, you have these introductions that are available for every article. So it's going to copy these introductions as well. So then you go into NotebookLM and you click on Add Sources, and you just select Copied Text, and you paste that whole feed in here, and it will have the main headline. For example, free AI WordPress plugin to automate internal linking for SEOs. And then it will also include this introduction for each article. And then you just click on Insert. Next, you need to name it so that you create this kind of almanac of knowledge. So then you just click on More and click on Rename Source. And today is 2nd of Jan 2026. And this is digital marketing. 6 months from now, you can then ask, for example, what trends have emerged over the last 6 months? And you will get this answer instantly from your powerful notebook. And now for the Feedly part, we will be creating that audio overview over here. So then you can just unselect all of the sources, and let's say that you want a podcast only about your digital marketing and AI news. So you select it, then you click on audio overview. And over here, you have some really powerful settings. Usually I just select deep dive because it's this lively conversation between two hosts. And length, I usually select long. So then it will give you the full context. And over here, you even have an additional field where you can tell these hosts what should they focus on in that specific episode. So you can make it really actionable. For example, I could say, make it really actionable for a digital marketing manager. And then this will create a really powerful kind of AI overview for you, and you just click on generate. And within just a couple of minutes, this audio overview is going to be ready. What is great is that you can also either download your audio overview or you can change the playback speed. I usually listen at around 1.5, especially during my workouts or commutes or things like that. The final result is that on the left, you have your sources from Feedly with concrete dates, as well as these sources marked as skills. So these are the deep dives from Gemini Deep Research. Imagine that every Friday you go into your feeds and you just select that main, let's say, tech feed, and then you just grab all of these articles from here, and then you just throw them as a source directly into NotebookLM. This is really powerful. So then you already have 3 podcasts personalized for your needs and based on the sources that you enjoy, so that you can become the most informed person in your field. But here is where it gets really interesting. You can also create personalized podcasts using the deep research functionality in Google Gemini. I have created a specific Gemini gem so that it creates, it has this repeatable prompt that I can use. For example, you are a polymath research analyst preparing a deep dive briefing for a high-level strategist. This document will be converted into an audio podcast, so it must be optimized for the ear. And then you give all of these specific recommendations for that deep research so that it will craft a perfect kind of audio overview document for you. So, for example, recently I've been researching top performers' yearly planning strategies using that particular prompt. And you can see here that it created this really great deep dive about that specific topic. And then you just create on share and export. And usually you would just export it to docs. And then in NotebookLM, you would just click on add sources and then select Google Drive and just add that particular document. And as you can see here, I have 300 sources available. And over here, I would just call it skills instead of these, weekly kind of audio overviews. And then you again, let's say you want to use about using model context protocols in digital marketing. You would just check that specific source. And again, you would select audio overview and the same thing, long deep dive and specific instructions for the hosts. And it's going to create a mind-blowing audio overview, something that you will never get on any podcast or in any audiobook. It's so information dense that it's actually mind-blowing. So then in just a couple of minutes, you can create a couple of these audio overviews and have tremendous amount of great information available at your fingertips. Okay, and one final tip for the end. You can actually create this type of skill list beforehand so that you always have something new to learn about. You don't have to create these topics from scratch. For example, if you want to learn about strategic leadership skills, then I have a whole list of different topics that I could explore, like marketing strategy development and execution, go-to-market strategy, translation, portfolio roadmap development. Then I have another category, digital marketing and performance, growth and revenue operations, content and creative, data analytics, team and stakeholder management, campaign and channel management, technology and innovation, industry and market expertise, sales enablement and support, specialized skills, and so on and so forth. So I hope that now you already kind of comprehend that you would never find a stack of online courses or audiobooks or podcasts that would be so personalized that will give you exactly the information that you need. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video. In the next video you might want to watch, I share a great workflow for doing deep research with AI, so you can check it out next, and perhaps you can use it for your audio overviews in NotebookLM as well. So I hope that you have enjoyed this video, and I'm going to see you in the next one.